I consider it a great privilege to address you, my young friends, and also some of my old colleagues who have gathered here this evening in such large numbers. It is very nice of your President to have referred to me in such fine terms. I always like to meet the youth of the country. I am happy to be in their midst for as long a time as possible, because after meeting them, even for a short while, I get a lot of inspiration which helps me to a great extent in the discharge of my duties. I am not saying this in the routine way. I am expressing my sincere feelings in the matter. I have always considered the youth days of mine as the most pleasant part of my life, as it is in that period we have lot of spirit, energy and imagination to do things in our own way. In this period, they should concentrate on the more important phases of life and should avail of all opportunities to come up in life, all opportunities to learn more and more things to shape their life in the best manner possible. So it is very important that you should carefully plan how you should utilize these precious days to your maximum advantage. As you know very well, after you pass out from your colleges and seek employment, you will have less and less opportunities to learn. So it is in your own interest that when you are still learning, whether in college, university or any other, you should try to absorb as much as you can for building up your career. Try to learn as much as possible. Try to utilize every opportunity to choose the right type of subject for your study. I hope many of you may have in your capacity and intelligence to come up high in various fields of activities. Many of you may have chances to go abroad to acquire higher knowledge in advanced countries. In this context, I would very much like you to attend your classes regularly. Do not get mixed up in politics too often. In the present state of things, you may have to identify yourself with some party or other, but never get involved in politics to the extent of losing your college attendance. Your regular attendance in the college and your regular listening to your professors in the classroom is necessary to pass your examination with distinction. On the other hand, if you waste your college days in unnecessary matters, I am sorry you may have to regret later in your life. You must always remember that you will never get back the lost days. Next, I would advise you to make full use of the libraries in your institutions. You should not rest content with reading textbooks only. While a deep study of the textbooks is necessary, you should also improve your knowledge by regularly reading other books by standard authors on important and useful subjects. You should also make it a point to study magazines and periodicals, especially those coming from advanced countries. This is very necessary to keep yourself informed of the latest developments in the various fields of activities. Your knowledge of the mere textbooks will be of no use if you wish to make a mark in your career. When you enter any profession after graduation, it should be your duty to work as hard as possible for the organization which has chosen to employ you. Try to give your best to that organization and keep yourself abreast of the events taking place in the country and abroad, and try to implement the good aspects of business in other countries in your organization, which will bring profit to your organization. You should always be polite to your superior officers and kind to your subordinates. Be firm in enforcing the rules and regulations to maintain discipline. Before concluding my address to you, I wish to convey my very best wishes to all of you for a successful career. I thank you very much for giving me this opportunity of spending a few happy hours with you. Letter dated 26th March 1981 from Shankar & Co., Madurai to Messrs. Balan and Sons, Madras. Dear Sirs, we acknowledge receipt of your letter of the 10th instant and are very sorry to note its contents. We have sent you a check for rupees 2000 last week, and we are not able to understand why you have sent a reminder to us in respect of a sum which we have already paid. Kindly check up at your end and confirm that you have received the check and there is no amount due from us towards any of your bills. As regards the complaint we have made about the defects in some of the machines sent by you in your last consignment, we note that you are deputing your representative with your technical staff to examine the same and rectify the defects. In this connection, we wish to point out that even from the very beginning, these machines have not been giving us satisfactory service. We are afraid that there may be defects in the manufacture itself. If that is so, we would like you to replace these machines by new ones which will give us satisfactory, trouble-free service. We wish to bring to your notice that in respect of certain items, the prices that you have charged are more than the rates quoted by you. We have drawn your attention to this in our last letter, but we very much regret you have not sent us any reply. We hope that you will clarify this point at your earliest convenience and give us credit in your future bills for the excess amount paid by us. We shall go through your circular letter about the new items and write to you in due course. Yours faithfully. I consider my young friends, it is very important to have referred to of the country in their to a great extent expressing I have always considered the part of to do things in our own way. In this period, more and more things that you should employment as much as you can in this context, state of things in your, I am sorry, make it a point very necessary developments, organization in other countries. I thank you very much. We acknowledge receipt of your letter last week as regards the in this connection, if that is so, to bring to your notice that